Today, I'm going to guide you through the simple steps of making your own pão de queijo at home. So put on your aprons and let's get baking. Creating magic in the kitchen always starts with gathering the right ingredients. For our pão de queijo adventure, we'll be using a handful of simple components that come together to create an explosion of Brazilian flavors. Let's take a look, shall we? First on our list is tapioca flour, the star of the show. This gluten-free wonder, derived from the cassava root, gives pão de queijo its signature chewy texture. Next up is milk and oil, which add moisture and richness to our dough. We'll be using vegetable oil for a neutral flavor, but feel free to experiment with olive oil for a subtle, fruity note. Now, for the heart of our pão de queijo, the cheese. Traditionally, we use a Brazilian cheese called Queijo Minas, known for its mild, slightly salty flavor. But don't fret if you can't find it at your local market. A good quality Parmesan or even a Monterey Jack will work wonders. Finally, a touch of salt to enhance all those beautiful flavors and eggs to bind everything together. That's it. Simple, everyday ingredients transformed into a culinary masterpiece. Now that we've assembled our ingredients, let's get our hands dirty and start baking. Don't be intimidated, darlings. This recipe is as easy as a Sunday morning. First things first, preheat your oven to a toasty 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. While the oven heats up, we'll create the base of our pão de queijo. In a saucepan, combine the milk, oil, and salt, and bring it to a gentle simmer over medium heat. Once it starts bubbling ever so slightly, it's time to introduce our tapioca flour. Pour the tapioca flour into the saucepan all at once and stir vigorously with a wooden spoon. Don't worry if it forms a sticky dough, that's exactly what we want. Keep stirring until the dough pulls away from the sides of the pan and forms a smooth, cohesive ball. This is where the arm workout begins, but I promise it's worth every bit of effort. Remove the pan from the heat and let the dough cool slightly. Once it's cool enough to handle, it's time to incorporate the eggs, one at a time, mixing well after each addition. Finally, stir in the grated cheese until it's evenly distributed throughout the dough. Our pão de queijo dough is now ready to be transformed into little bites of heaven. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper and scoop out tablespoonfuls of the dough. Roll each portion into a ball and place them on the prepared baking sheet, leaving a little space between each one. Pop them into the preheated oven and bake for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until they're puffed up and golden brown. The aroma that will fill your kitchen as they bake is simply divine. It's a siren call, beckoning you to the oven for a sneak peek. As we patiently wait for our pão de queijo to bake to perfection, let's take a little journey back in time to uncover the origins of this beloved Brazilian treat. Like all good recipes, pão de queijo has a story to tell, a history that's as rich and captivating as its flavor. The roots of pão de queijo can be traced back to the 18th century, in the heart of Brazil's Minas Gerais region. Back then, African slaves, brought to Brazil to work on coffee plantations, found creative ways to utilize the ingredients available to them. Tapioca, a staple in their diet, became the base for this unique bread, while cheese, a luxury often left over from the plantation owners' tables, added a touch of indulgence. The result was a simple yet satisfying bread that provided sustenance and comfort during challenging times. Over the years, this humble creation evolved, passed down through generations and adapted to local tastes. From kitchens to street food stalls, pão de queijo slowly but surely captured the hearts and stomachs of Brazilians across the country. Today, it stands as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of those who first created it, a delicious reminder of Brazil's rich culinary heritage. Every bite of pão de queijo is a taste of history, a connection to the past that continues to bring joy to people all over the world.